Welcome back everybody to this interesting tutorial that I'm going to be showing you today. In this tutorial I'm going to be doing some changes in my toilet. I live in a rented apartment and my toilet used to look very ugly, empty, and basically you want to go in and rush out. After I did some work in it, this is how it looks like. It looks so amazing, like it's a different place in the apartment, and I'm so loving this. I just want you guys to enjoy this tutorial. If you like what you're seeing, you're amazed and interested to know how I put all this together, please guys just sit tight and enjoy this tutorial. The first thing I did in this tutorial was to rip out the plastic skating board from the four walls of the wall. My toilet is 1,38 square meter and this is quite small and tight, but I would have to measure the floor to know exactly how many piece of laminate I'm going to put on the floor, and also I need to measure the walls to know exactly the size and the length and where I want to place this styropod. I use the sticky tape to map out where the styropod will be laying on the wall. This makes it easier for me to assimilate where everything will be and how the design will look like. So I would recommend you using a sticky tape, but please don't use this type that I use. The point is when you remove it from the wall, it stains the wall and that is actually an extra work for you. So rather use the paper type that doesn't stick any color on the wall. Before you start laying your laminate on the floor, you need to protect the floor, which means you have to get a flooring mat to put on the floor. It will help protect your laminate and allow it to last longer. So I've just laid the flooring mat and I stick them together with a transparent Scotch tape. This will prevent it from moving while you're working. So this is the flooring I'm going to be using. I'll be using the one from Ikea. It's called the Tundra Laminate flooring. It cost me about €15, 72 cents thereabout for a pack, and it came 9 inside of this pack. And yeah, I like the color. It's brown, and let's see how this is going to look like. Yeah guys, I just want to quickly mention that you're going to be needing a saw blade to cut out your laminate, and I got mine from Bauhaus. This is from Bosch and it's really effective. One more important thing before you start working, you're going to be needing a spacer. I didn't have spacers with me, so I cut out some piece of the laminate and I laid them at the end of the wall. This would help create a space between the wall and the laminate, and also it will allow more spacing when you are fixing the laminate. There is something that surprised me when I laid my first laminate on the floor. I realized that the laminate was exactly the same size of the length of my toilet. So what I did was I just cut out a little bit of, there is a space you will find on the laminate. I just kind of break it off and I laid it simply just like that on the floor. I didn't have to do anything about the first one because it was the same length with the toilet. This second layer is 15 centimeters long. I intentionally cut it like that because I didn't want to lay exactly the same thing like the first one. Obviously, I need to create some kind of a nice effect. When it's looked at, it doesn't look all the same, rather it looks laid separately and the heights are different. And this one is a half of the one that I laid earlier. I only just cut it to the shape of the WC and I'm going to fix it. This one was a little bit challenging, but it worked. Fixing the laminate around the WC was really challenging. That was where I found a lot of difficulty, but I just had to come up with an idea. I had to kind of take the laminate, cut it out to the shape of the WC, and also on the sides of the WC I had to loosen up the screws so I could be able to pull it up and push in the laminate to fit in properly without seeing any open ends. This one is a full-length laminate. I didn't have to do anything. I just laid it on the floor like that. Now for this entrance, what I did was I had to write out the measurement because it was too much information, too much to cut out, and I didn't want to make any mistakes. So I wrote it down, I drew it out, just exactly the same zigzag that you find at the entrance of the door. And it came out perfectly. And finally, this is the last piece I'll be laying on the floor. Let me show you guys what this floor looks like. The transformation is amazing. Like really, I didn't expect I was going to do this good, and honestly, I'm proud of myself. Now it's time to start working on the wall, and I'll be using a styrofoam wall skating board to do this. I'll be putting this styrofoam on the floor, which is to cover up the flooring that I did earlier, and also I'll be sticking some of it on the wall. So I would like you to still continue watching because this is getting more interesting. To stick the polystyrene to the wall, we are going to need a special adhesive glue, and this one I got it from Bauhaus. It comes with a lot of description and photos on the bottle. It actually says after placing the glue on this styropor or polystyrene that you should hold it for some time because the glue dries quickly, and when it's dry it doesn't hold anymore. So I'm about to design the wall, and I need to first chip out this sticker tape from the wall, and then I will start placing each of the polystyrene on the wall. I actually got two types of it. I'm going to be using the same one that I use on the floor border. That's the same one I'm going to be using in the middle. This square that you see in the middle, I'm going to be using a smaller one, and it's a different kind of design of polystyrene that I'm going to be using for it. I've measured out all the length of the polystyrene that I'm going to be laying on the wall, which makes my work more easier. So hey guys, I'm back, and I had to remove this styropor from this level it was. I moved it up here because I remember that I have this. Let me show you guys. I remember that the system is here, and if I have to put the styropor on top of it, it might be too close. So I want to put it on this level, and I want every one of these the styropor to stay on the same level. So I had to move this one. I had to move this one from here to here. As you can see, there are some stains here, but this is not going to be a big deal. I'm going to paint them when I'm done. Well, so far it's coming out well, and I'm going to start doing this wall. I'm going to remove all this. It's just a pity that It's just a pity that I used this tape and I'm paying the result now. That means I have to repaint it again, but it's done and it's done. So I'm going to strip this off. So I finished putting the styropor and I'm going to stick the paper on the wall. So this is how it looks now for now. So I've cut out the wallpaper into sections, and this is the glue that we're going to use for it. I pour in a bowl. I'll be pouring it little by little. So I'm going to mix it with water, and I'm going to use it to coat on the wall before I put the wallpaper. So just keep watching me, and you'll see what I'm going to do. You see the nice change that we're gonna have here. It's all white now. We're gonna have green in a few seconds. So I finished mixing the powder with water, and I stirred it for like 3 minutes. So this is how it looks now. So according to the direction on the pack, it says coat it and immediately paste the wallpaper on the wall. For this edge, I'm going to use this small brush to put it in. I'm really happy this thing is going so well, and I'm almost done. I just need to finish this wall. I'm so sorry I can't put the camera over this place for you guys to see what I'm doing, because this place is so tight. So I'm going to show you the finished work when I'm done. So just bear with me, okay? But really, I'm happy the way this thing looks. We're almost getting done. So, yep. This is the finished work. Thank you guys for watching to the end. I'm so happy about this small makeover, and yeah, I like my toilet more now, and I'm going to be spending more time in it. Hope you guys have a lovely night then. Bye.